Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, they've got Josh Giddey. Okoro is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Smith in at the 5.
Well, Adebayo is always a threat to dunk it. He's light on his feet and extremely explosive.
Here's Giddey. That one no good. Excellent D there from Hero. A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
Each year, Adebayo has added a little more range to his jumper.
Pass to Okoro. Chicago passing it around. Here's Giddey. That shot is off. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. Mitchell finds Hero. That three's off the mark.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Smith outside. Pass to Giddey. Up and in on the layup.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Hero outside. Adebayo sets a screen for 3. Powell. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Wiggins is a big, active wing, and that time he used his size and athleticism to give his team a second chance.
Pass to Buzelis. Giddey scanning the floor. Picked by Smith from the top of the key, and it's Giddey missing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Mitchell, the pass to Adebayo. Now here's Mitchell. Wiggins for 3. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Wiggins has got 5 now.
I just love the ball move.
Smith outside. Pass to Jones. And here's Giddey. 5 to shoot. Off target from the wing.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense. You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
They're firing on all cylinders, executing the game plan coming in.
And Tim, some have said that the hardcore Heat culture doesn't work in today's league.
Well, there certainly is a different mindset in the modern player, and the Heat organization was always known for working players the hardest. But now they have to ease back, but still be tougher than most. It's been a rough quarter for them. I think patience can help. Take the shots that are there. Don't force it.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, the Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other team. Brian, back to you.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Miami with the ball. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace to the paint. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Jalen Smith.
That is an aggressive move inside by Adebayo. He knew the contact was coming, and he was undeterred.
And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Chicago making some changes. Miller's checked in for Okoro, and it's Colin Sexton in for Jones. Miami also changing it up. Jaquez is checked in for Powell. Larson comes in for Mitchell.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
He hits the second from the line. Tim, opening night, always a lot of fun for a broadcaster. But what's it like as a player?
Well, no matter how many years you have in the league, opening night creates more butterflies than any other night. You want to make that great first impression for sure, but you're also really excited that it starts to count.
And are you nervous right now?
A tad, Brian, a tad.
Wiggins looking around. Here's Adebayo. Again, the Heat misses. The Bulls trail by 11. Outside Giddey. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Smith finds Sexton. Can they get it? And he bangs it home with one hand.
Never bashful about showcasing his athleticism. Sexton can really get up and finish.
Hero outside. The three is up, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Now Sexton. Smith outside from the arc. Rebound Miami. Hero's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Larson. No points so far. Pass to Jaquez. Hero for 3. Smith with the rebound. Chicago has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Here's Giddey. Three-pointer. He can't get that one to fall. And so it's Miami, now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back to the game. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown from Miami.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
They've got Miller, Colin Sexton out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Williams, and it's Collins in at center. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Williams passes to Collins. Simons outside, from outside the arc. Miami grabs the miss. Their last encounter in Miami.
And they came away with the win because everyone contributed. The starters, the bench, they all played as a unit.
And it means they will go deep into their bench again. It worked in the last matchup. Might as well spread more minutes around.
Outside Sexton. Back to Simons. Jacks up with 3. And no good.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
Just 2 to shoot. Powell for 3. Collins with the rebound. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for Chicago. A 12-point game. And here's Simons outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Simons got himself on the board with a 3 there. And here's a timeout from Eric Spoelstra now. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Changes for Chicago. Okoro is checked in for Williams. Giddey comes in for Simons. And it's Jones in for Sexton. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Powell outside. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 9. And here's Okoro. No points yet. Oh, swiped away. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Here's Ware. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when it comes to Jaquez, his best trait might be his decision-making out of the wing position.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Collins finds Miller. Now here's Jones. Checked by Mitchell. Okoro on the wing. There's the triple. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Outside Adebayo. Miami moving it around. Powell for 3. Collins with the rebound. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Here's Giddey. That one rolls around and rims out.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
And he
Adebayo off the lob.
just beautiful teamwork right there. Adebayo with perfect timing on that jump.
Bulls trail by 10. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And when you think of the league's point of attack pests, Davion Mitchell earns his keep defensively, Legs.
Well, we've all taken notice of that on-the-ball defense. He is one of the best in the league at that, but he is starting to find his scoring prowess in this league as well as he continues to improve his efficiency.
Great defender. Some changes for Chicago. Smith comes in for Collins, and Buzelis is subbed in for Miller. And Miami with a change here too. Hero, he's checked in for Norman Powell. Here's Smith. He's scoreless. Outside Giddey. Pass to Okoro. Fires for 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Hero. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, Tyler Hero always under control in the mid-range area of the floor.
Smith passes to Okoro. To the inside. Poke loose. And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. 5th on the list, the Bulls.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. And it helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
The Heat making a switch here. Fontecchio's checked in. So it's Miami now. Adebayo feeling it out a bit. A minute 42 left in the second period. The shot won't fall. Outside Giddey. Pass to Jones. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Miami leading by 12. Now Hero. Guarded by Okoro. Where the screen. Here's Hero. Releases from the wing and drills it. Hero's got 9.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
And it's Giddey missing.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Up top Ware. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Here's Fontecchio. Offensive rebound. Heat. Second shot opportunity. Hero with the bucket. Hero's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, he's such a solid ball handler, and that's why Tyler Hero is so difficult to contain in pick and roll.
Jones in the post. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Hero against Giddey. Just 4 to shoot. To get back on track. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Hero for 3. Hero with another miss. And so it's Miami in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Man, this offense is in rhythm right now. They're moving the ball, moving without the ball. Everything looks exactly.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the... And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. How about Tyler Hero displaying all of his skills today?
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Norman Powell out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Davion Mitchell. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Guys, back to you.
He's finding that balance. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Outside Giddey. 4-3. Pass to Buzelis. Lets the three fly. The shot misses.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
From 12 feet. And there's Hero on the assist from Powell. Powell's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, he typically gets about 20 a night, so this is a big-time performance by Tyler Hero.
Jones banked it in off the glass.
And that's the shot they were looking for, right under the hoop.
Miami leading by 14. Pass to Adebayo. Now here's Hero. Here's the three. That doesn't go either for Hero.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Grant, since he's come into the league, what's jumped out to you about Hero's development?
Well, I've liked seeing his growth in running the pick and roll. He's not just a jump shooter anymore. He's a guy that can anchor an offensive unit, B.A.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Powell outside. Now here's Hero. 13 points in the game. Pass to Adebayo. Doesn't go that time. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
Here's Giddey. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
So pure to watch Giddey pop like that. The guy can score it.
Wiggins outside. Hero for 3. Book it again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And the athletic platform for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, it is top tier.
Yeah, B.A., it's rare to see him overmatched from a physical standpoint. The #1 overall pick of 2014. He's never been a consistent star, but at his best, he can play with anyone in this league.
Colin Sexton's checked in for Giddey. Jaquez is checked in for Miami. Pass to Jones. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, Okoro outside. Lets it go from deep. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Smith with the rebound. Smith's got rebound number 8 now. To the middle. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Miami.
I mean, they played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The three-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the Bulls making a change here. Miller's checked in. There are usually 1 or 2 mid-season coaching changes in the NBA every year. Can those energize the team, Grant?
You know, B.A., we've seen it give teams a boost in the past, but only on occasion. Usually it's a last-ditch effort in a doomed season or simply just turning the page. Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Jones finds Sexton. Miller, a screen on Powell. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
You know, Sexton can be just so clever with the ball, disrupting the defense to create for his team.
Powell passes to Hero. Back to Powell. Adebayo, a screen on Sexton. For 3, Powell is rebounded by Okoro.
He is just ice cold. Luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Sexton. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Hero. Hero against Jones. Clock is at 3. Over Hero. Jones misses. Heat leading by 11. Powell passes to Hero. Soft touch off the glass. Hero's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, and this is why Hero was a lottery pick back in 2019, because of how incredible of a scorer he can be.
Here's Jones, and he makes it on the layup.
He's got a knack for finishing inside. That's easy money.
Hero with it. Puts up a deep 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Miami Heat closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. And more NBA action on... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Miller is out there with Zach Collins. Then there's Colin Sexton. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Simons in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The Bulls trail by 11. Outside Giddey, on the wing Simons. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
Well, we know he can hurt you from outside, but Simons also showing you a nice touch inside.
Down low. Adebayo, no good. The Bulls shooting just 37% so far in this one. Here's Miller. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Collins against Adebayo. Inside. Here's Ware. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Heat lead by 8.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Giddey. Miller, a screen on Jaquez. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, Simons has become a guy that defenses really focus on as a scorer, and that will open up the door for his assist.
Adebayo, a screen on Sexton. Here's Larson, checked by Sexton. Here's Ware. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Giddey with the ball for Chicago. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Collins finds Simons. The three. Rebound Miami. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in the game. Outside Jaquez. Adebayo against Collins. Misses the baby hook.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
From Pete Giddey. Larson with a rebound. Heat leading by 6. On the wing, Mitchell. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Yes! Using that window!
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket, a must hit, and he did.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. A big group substitution here for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Collins. Buzelis comes in for Miller. Okoro is checked in for Simons. And it's Jones in for Sexton. Miami also changing it up. Wiggins, he's checked in for Ware. Powell comes in for Jaquez. And it's Hero in for Larson. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Well, you think about Wiggins, there's been no drop-off. This is a guy who won Rookie of the Year over a decade ago, and he is still a highly productive player.
The free throw drops for Wiggins. And that's good as he hits both shots. Bulls trail by 6. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Gets it to go!
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. And you love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Outside Hero. Powell outside, takes a 3. Rebounded by Smith. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Bulls. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Book it! It goes!
By maximizing their potential on every scoring opportunity, they've somehow, some way made this a thrilling finale.
Adebayo outside. Here's Hero. Puts up the tray. The 3 is in!
That is a big part of Hero's role with this team, being a reliable bucket getter regardless of the situation.
And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Now Giddey. Bucket is good!
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Miami leading by 3. Here's Hero. Down it goes!
In these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Giddey against Hero. Now here's Giddey. He's covered closely. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it.
Oh, those kinds of unforced mistakes will drive any coach nuts.
The Heat have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. Mitchell outside. Can't get the 3. Chicago has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Giddey outside from deep. Knocks down the trifecta.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
What a huge shot at this point in the game.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn. And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now it's Jones.
They really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And now the big question, can they sustain the momentum?
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock.
Yeah, they need to get him the ball. Adebayo has a ton of big game experience.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, there's no room for error here. They need to draw up something that they can execute quickly.
Tries the spin move. Giddy. Oh, no good. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And an intentional foul right there.
Josh Giddy. First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Heat, Tyler Hero. 2 shots.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, analytics aside, players making important free throws is always valued by their teams.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. 12 seconds left in the final quarter. Turning here to our analysts. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Well, at this point, everything has to go your way to extend this game.
Shooting for Miami, Davion Mitchell. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Giddy! And so Miami takes the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure, but they made it work in